David Corson, Monday, November 17th, 2025. A little before 9 o'clock. Just getting done for my day. Oh my God, I've been grinding since early this morning. In any event, hopefully you had a good Monday. You started your day off, got out of bed, put your game face on, got in the shower, dressed for success, had a great breakfast, went into work, had a great lunch, made it to the afternoon, came home, probably maybe hanging with your family, pets, hanging out, eating some grub, getting laughing, smiling, catching some tube, and getting ready like myself, man. Hey, man, I'm beat. I'm going to go to bed early and get up and do it all again. Listen, it's the week before Christmas week. Got to get everything done if you're in a business, entrepreneur, owner, whatever. You got to get stuff done this week because next week it's a wash. So you got to make the best of it. But anyway, with that, getting back to you. Hope you had a great day. Got a positive thought, smile. Still got a couple of hours left in this Monday. Remember, Monday's a wind-up day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's when you turn it up, man. Pedal to the metal. And then Friday, wind it down, but finish strong with momentum going into the weekend. But in any event, just another great day. Getting stuff done. I swear, man. I'm having fun. I'm getting, get up before you know it. The afternoon's gone, and then you got to eat. You got to take your pit stops during the day, and then hopefully, I'll tell you, when Thanksgiving comes next week, I'm gonna be really psyched because I'm gonna need to recharge my battery because I'm pushing all year, and this week's no exception. But hey, here's what I'm thinking about success, crossing the finish line. How is all that done? I'll tell you. The word of the day is practice. Yeah, practice. Practice makes perfection. You will play as you practice, So I practice every day at everything that I do. I try to get better at it. I don't care if it's making scrambled eggs or washing your hair in the shower or simple email. I'm telling you, I'm never, ever. I always think that I can do better. And, or at least you gotta try. But I'm telling you, practice is so important in business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing in a 24-hour period. You got to practice. And when you practice, guess what? You make mistakes, but you learn. You either win or you learn. You never, ever lose. Lose is not in your verbiage, okay? And the reason why you push it to the limit is because if you don't succeed, you know how that's not going to work. So when that matter comes in front of you, because history always repeats itself, you'll know how to handle it a little differently, and hopefully you'll have a different outcome. Insanity is basically the definition of doing the same thing over and over and think you're going to get a different result. Not. That's why you got to practice. You always have to be improving. Always be improving. Okay? ABI, always be improving. And it's just one of those things. Like an athlete, why do you think you play wall ball on lacrosse, or you take free throws on the basketball court, or you go hit the driving range on the golf links, or if you want to be a chess player, you play as many games as possible so you know what all the moves are, because that's more of a memorization thing than anything. But whatever you're doing, you always want to get better, because guess what? Your competition is never going to stop trying to be better than you. So. And you're your biggest competitor, yourself. Just trying to maintain and get things done. Look yourself in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, that's your main competitor. Is you. It's your mind. If your mindset's not set, whatever, it's not going to work. But you got to practice every day, just like an athlete. Like I said, wall ball, any of those examples. And if you do that, and you take care of your body, and do all the things necessary for game prep, when the game comes. There's no I in team. So if everybody's on the same game, practiced and got ready for the game and brought their game pace and their attitude, you probably have a good chance of getting a W on the board. But everybody's got to buy in, And but you can still have your individual flair out there too. But you got to practice how to do it. Same thing in business. Business is just like sports. You got to practice every day to make money. And every day I have wins and I learn. Every person I talk to buys something from me. Takes, man, some people don't even, I could be calling a guy for 5 years and then finally they're going to give me business. I never take no. I know that the first no never is why someone's not getting something from you. You know, maybe they just want to get rid of you. I could give you 1,000 reasons, but I never stop at the first no. You know, it's just like in sports, I never say, hey, I drop a pass, hey, I go back and do it again. Hey, I get bucked off the horse, I brush myself off, I get in the saddle and do it again. And but practice, man. You know, who was it? Allen Iverson of the 76ers. Remember that? And he's like, practice. I don't need no practice. Let me tell you something. He was born with talent, but he had to practice to get it where he was, you know. And believe me, if he would have practiced more, he probably would have been that much better. But he was an amazing player. But I'm telling you, practice is perfection. You got to do it every day, even though you don't do it. If you have the right mindset, you give it your all in everything that you do. You know, in business, trying to, you know, whether it's a new, you know, launch a new product or you had a merger with another company, you have to get everybody on the same page. I mean, there's so many things that go on in business that you have to practice at. And even though you might be an expert or a master at it, you always be learning, man. Always trying different things, especially with technology right now and AI and everything else you have to intertwine into your company. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be so competitive. You know, next year as technology just is at warp speed. You know, I'll tell you. I mean, I'm in there battling every day, man. It's just it's mind blowing. It really is. But practice. You just got to practice. So, business, relationship, you got to practice at it every day. It's your responsibility to make positive days all day long. If they start out negative, or you hit a speed bump or sometime during the day, hey, you got to make it a positive. Just think, if you were start out your day positive with a smile on your face, tummy full, ready to go through your whole day, have a great dinner, go to bed with a positive thought. The next day, you're probably going to have that much better of a day versus going, oh man, I had a lousy day and, you know, dinner was, you know, cold, whatever. You know, that's all stuff that's not going to ruin your day. Bottom line is that in relationships, you got to communicate. You got to be flexible, negotiable, all of those things. And if you can communicate with the least amount of words to get your point across so a third grader can understand you, hey, guess what? You're going to have a lot more W and L's and more positive days are going to come your way. But you got to take action. You got to practice. 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 And it's not just personal, you know. Listen, anybody that you talk to during the day, you can practice on your communicating skills. I'm telling you, communication is the key to your success. So that's why you got to practice. Be a master at it. And you got to practice with your body. You got to train your body that it's going to get 6 to 8 hours of rest every day. If you do everything else, feed it right, ice the bumps and bruises and everything else that you need to maintain your body, but if you give it rest, oh my God, your body will perform for you every day as long as you're breathing. I mean, my body, man, goes crazy every day, man. Gets things done, but it knows, man, hey, I need my rest. So this is my year. 2025 was my year that I was going to learn how to sleep better. I mean, I sleep like a rock. I get about 6.5 hours, and then I'm up. Don't use an alarm clock, 5:30, whatever it is. I'm up. Sometimes before 5. But I get stuff done, man. I get a lot of stuff done by 9 o'clock, but most people don't even get done in a week. So it's practice, man, with your mind. And you can train your body how to sleep. Oh, man, you'll have such an advantage over your competition. And listen, if you work on, you know, practice, you know, during your day, every day, every week, every month, for the remainder of the year, you know, about 50 days worth of video, hey, dictated in a diary or a digital diary. Bottom line is, if you do it every day and don't miss a day, you're going to cross the finish line. You'll have all this stuff to look back at least about 50 days. And then you can go into 2026 with momentum. This year, when I come to December 31st, 2 years, I've changed my life, my attitude. Everybody's seen the change in me. It'll change you too, okay? Always be improving, ABI. And today is practice. And the way you do it is practice. Yeah, it's from the heart. Take it to the bank. Put up your knowledge vault music for whenever you need it. All right? So, listen, I appreciate y'all out there. Be safe. Have a great rest of your Monday night. Have an awesome Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Probably maybe here in the studio. I don't know. Someplace. And listen, head on a swivel. Know your surroundings. Be safe out there. and take action.